Let's do Tuesday's homework. We are subtracting integers. Okay, so here when you are subtracting integers from each other, okay, this is the rule for that. You're going to keep the first number the same. Okay, when you keep that first number the same. You're going to change the second number. You're going to change the sign from a minus to a plus and change the second number to its opposite. Okay, so here we have 5 minus 8. So keep the first number the same. Change this from a minus to a plus and from 8 to a negative 8. Okay, because this is the same. This saying is the same as this. Either you can say this as minus 8 or plus a negative. They mean the same thing. See how the negative is in front anyway? You can either say 5 minus 8 or you can say 5 plus a negative. They mean the same thing. So let me practice writing that again. If I had something like this, 2 minus 9. What's another way to write this? Keep the first number the same. Change this to a plus. Okay, and this is really what? A negative 9 because of the minus sign that's in front. Okay, what's another way to write this? 10 minus, let's do 15. Okay. First number stays the same. Change this minus to a plus. And what is this technically? This is a negative 15 because of the minus sign that's in front of it. So this is another way to write this. This is another way to write this. This is another way to write this. Okay. So that's what you do. All right. And then we're going to use our rules for addition, what we did on Monday. If it's both negative, a negative plus a negative, the answer is going to be a negative. Negative 2 plus negative 3 is going to be a negative 5. Negative 6 plus a negative 7 is going to be a negative 13. Negative 5 plus a negative 10 is going to be a negative 15, so on and so forth. A negative plus a negative is a negative. You add them together. You owe $2. O means negative. You're in the hole. Plus, you also owe $3. That's the negative you owe, so that's negative. That means you owe a total of $5. Negative plus negative is a negative. Add the numbers together. Negative plus a negative is a negative. Add the numbers together. Okay? If they are different, one's a negative, one's a positive. So let's suppose one is a negative and one is a positive, like this one. 5 plus a negative 8. Which one of these numbers is further away from 0? Positive 5 is 5 places away from 0. Negative 8 is 8 places away from 0. This is further away from 0, so my answer is a negative because this is a negative. Now you subtract. 8 minus 5 is 3. Okay? Let's do another one. 2 plus a negative 6. Which one of these is further away from 0? 2 is 2 spaces away. Negative 6 is 6 spaces away. Negative 6 is further away from 0 than 2. So my answer is going to be a negative. This is further away from 0. It's not bigger, it's further away. It's actually smaller, but it's further away from 0. Okay? Now subtract. 6 minus 2 is going to be 4. Okay? All right. Any questions about that part? Just let me know, okay? Please let me know. All right, so that's a refresher. So let's get started with this, okay? I've already done this problem. Let me slide this over. I've already done this first problem. The first thing that I did, I have 5 change this to a plus minus 8. That's the same way to write this. The signs are different. Which one is bigger? Which one is further away from 0? Sorry, not bigger, further away. 5 is bigger than negative 8, but 5 is only 5 spaces away. Negative 8 is 8 spaces away. So since negative 8, even though it's smaller, negative 8 is further away from 0 than 5. My answer is a negative, okay? Now you're going to subtract. 8 minus 5 gives us 3. So my answer is a negative 3. Let's do this one. Again, remember, what are you doing? The first number stays the same, -2. Change your minus to a plus. You change this from a negative to a plus. All right? Minus a negative is plus a positive. Here, the signs are different. The signs are different. So what do you do here? Which one is further away from 0? -2 is 2 spaces away from 0. +8 is 8 spaces away from 0. Okay? So your answer is going to be a positive. They're different. The signs are different, so subtract. 8 minus 2 gives us 6. So this is a +6. So let's look at one like that one again. Minus a negative. When you see minus a negative is plus a positive. If I have 5 minus a -2, minus a negative is the same as saying plus a positive. If I had -7 minus a -6, this is the same as saying plus a positive. Minus a negative is plus a positive. Let's do this one. -3 minus a -6. Okay? I just did one like that. Sorry, y'all. Minus a negative is plus a positive. Okay? And then you use your rules for integers. Here, 5 plus 2 gives us 7. The signs here are different. Which one is further away from 0? 7 is further away. So my answer is a negative and subtract. When you subtract, you get 1. The signs are different here. Which one is further away from 0? 6 is further away than -3. So my answer is a positive. The signs are different, so subtract and you get 3. Okay? So that's how you do that. All right, so let's look at this. How do you write this? What's another way to write this? The first number stays the same. You go here, change this to a plus. And this is going to be, technically, how do you say this? -3. This is the same as this. The signs are different. Which one of these numbers are further away from 0? 4 is. So your answer is a positive because 4 is positive. Subtract. The signs are different, so you're going to subtract. When you subtract 4 minus the 3, that gives you 1. Okay? Do it again. Keep the number the same, the 5. And sometimes it helps people to see it when it's written vertically instead of horizontal. 5 minus 6. Is it 5 minus 6? Yeah. All right. First number stays the same. Okay? Change this to a plus. Okay? And then change this to its opposite. What is this technically? This is -6, but it's also -6, okay? These two sayings, this math sentence is the same as saying this math sentence. They are the same. The sign goes right along with it. The only time it's different is when you have minus a negative. If you have -2 minus a negative, minus a negative is plus a positive, okay? Minus a negative is plus a positive, right? But when you have this, you change this to a plus sign and move the negative over, okay? All right, let's do it. So this is going to be plus a -6. The signs are different. Which one is further away from 0? 6, -6 is. So my answer is a negative. The signs are different, so I subtract, and that gives me 1. All right, let's do the same thing again. -3, the first number stays the same. You change this to a plus, and this is -6. A negative plus a negative is a negative. Add the numbers together. That's a -9. Okay? Let's do 2 numbers at a time. 5 minus 3. You can actually do that. That's 2. So we have 2 minus a -2. Remember, minus a negative is plus a positive. 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay? Let's do this one. Let's do this right here. Let's do this first. It might be easier for you to see it if I write it vertically again. This is -4. They just put it in parentheses to make it look neater, okay? Minus, is it minus a -8? Yes. Minus a -8. and then you have minus 2. Remember, when you have minus a negative is plus a positive. Minus a negative is plus a positive. Okay? So now what you have is the signs are different. Which one is further away from 0? 8 is 8 spaces. Negative 4 is 4 spaces. So your answer is a positive. The signs are different. Subtract. 8 minus the 4 is going to be 4. We did this. Bring down the minus 2. What is 4 minus 2? 4 minus 2 is 2. Okay? So this is 2. Please make sure you show your work, okay? Just like I did. All right, let's do this one. All right, I'm going to do that one on the paper too. Do it vertically. Actually, I can do it down this. Let's do it underneath. So we have 2 minus a negative 5 minus 3. Minus a negative is plus a positive. Minus a negative is plus a positive. 2 plus 5 is 7. I did this. Now we're going to subtract 3. 7 minus 3 is 4. So this is 4. Okay? Let's do this next one. Negative 6 minus 4 minus a negative 4. Let's do 2 at a time. Let's do this. All right, so this you rewrite the first number. This is plus, and this is actually, how do you say this? This is a negative 4. A negative plus a negative is a negative, and you add. That gives you 6 plus 4, which is 10. We did that. Bring down the minus, bring down the negative 4. Okay? Minus a negative is plus a positive. Look at this. The signs are different here. Which one of these are further away from 0? Negative 10 is 10 spaces away from 0. Positive 4 is 4 spaces away from 0. This is further away from 0 than this, so my answer is a negative. Now I'm going to subtract because the signs are different. This is negative, this is positive, so subtract. 10 minus 4 is 6. My answer here is a negative 6. Okay, let's do this one. Negative 5 in parentheses. They just do the parentheses to make it look neater. Minus 6 minus a negative 6. They just put it in parentheses to make it look neater. Let's do 2 at a time. Okay. First number stays the same. The minus, we're going to make this plus. And what is this? A negative 6. You see that? We'll put it in parentheses to make it look neater. A negative plus a negative is a negative, and you add. That gives you 11. So we did those two numbers. Bring down the minus a negative 6. Minus a negative is plus a positive. Okay, so here we have the signs are different. One's a negative, one's a positive. Okay, one's a negative, one's a positive. So here what we have is which one of these are further away from 0? Negative 11 is 11 spaces away. Positive 6 is 6 spaces away. So this is going to be a negative because this is further away than 6. Now you're going to subtract because the signs are different. 6 minus the, 11 minus the 6 is 5. So your answer here is going to be a negative 5. Now I need you to try these, okay? Try these. All right, next Tuesday's homework.